Hi, Tanya. Thank you for joining us today. Our topic is difficult interview questions, and I hope that as a human resource expert, you will tell us what they are and how to respond to them.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for having me as your guest. I'll do my best to provide your listeners with information that will help them do well in their job interviews.
Okay, so one of the most difficult questions that is guaranteed to be asked in every interview is the one about weaknesses. It can be, tell me about your biggest weakness, or which of your qualities do you need to work on and why, or something like that. Why do employers ask this type of question?
Well, employers ask about your weakness not to find out what is missing in your qualifications, but rather to learn what kind of person you are. Can you recognize your own imperfections? Are you willing to improve on them? And how could you do it? So overall, the purpose of this question is firstly to see the real you, not the ideal you that you may have presented in your answers to other questions. And secondly, to see whether you are a good fit for the organization.
Right. So what would you say the best way to respond to that question is?
Well, one thing for sure, you should not say that you don't have any weaknesses. I think the best way to respond is to be honest and positive and to focus on solutions. Talk about a weakness that is not a deal breaker and describe how you have overcome it. For example, you could describe how you have corrected it or maybe have learned a new skill.
Could you give us an example?
Sure. Let's start with a weakness. Think about your personal shortcomings, especially the ones you have improved upon. Choose a weakness that isn't critical to the job, but something that will be acceptable. For example, if you apply for a job as a human resources clerk, you shouldn't be saying that you lack organization or communication skills. Instead, you can choose something less essential, like maybe that you have difficulty delegating tasks to others, or you have a fear of public speaking.
Okay, so I have a weakness I can talk about. Now, how do I present it?
The best way is to focus on improvement. First, make a statement explaining what your weakness is, then say what you've been doing to overcome it. Give an example and talk about your actions. It's important that your answer is truthful and personal, so look back at your past experiences and draw from them.
Okay, I think this has been very helpful. Now, let's talk about difficult interview. Now, let's talk about other difficult interview questions. Often, interviewers ask about a difficult experience, like why you left a previous job, or about a skill that you don't have, or about gaps in your work history. What can the applicant do if they are simply surprised by that kind of question and don't know how to answer?
Actually, there are a few things that you can do if an interviewer asks that kind of question. One is to stall or buy time. What I mean is, like in any conversation, you may be caught off guard and not know what to say right away. In that situation, say something, anything that can help you gather your thoughts and quickly come up with a sensible response. For example, you can start your answer by repeating the question, as if wondering what to say. This will buy you a few seconds, or signal that you need some time to think. For example, let me think about it. And then piece an answer together in your head.
I see. And how much time do you think you can gain?
Oh, just a few seconds. This is just to help you gather your thoughts or quickly go over a prepared response in your head. You don't want to say, "Can I think about it for a moment?" and spend 2 minutes thinking.
Anything else we could do in this situation?
Yes, you could also ask for clarification. Let's say the interviewer asks, "Give me an example when you had to take initiative." You could say, "I'm not sure what you mean. Could you be more specific?" This simple tactic is based on active listening skills. You confirm the details of the question and ensure that you understand what's being asked of you.
That's a good strategy. So, any final comments on handling those difficult interview questions?
Overall, try not to panic when you hear the dreaded or unexpected question. Don't say, "I don't know." Instead, stay calm and start constructing your reply. More ideas will come to you when you start speaking. Remember, interviewers ask these questions because they want to see how you engage, react under pressure, or think creatively.
This has been very helpful. Thank you for your time, Tanya. And till next time.
Thank you for having me.